taken time to come and cover it. I want to also take the opportunity to thank our constituents, the voters that have worked with us during campaign, and they have managed to come and actually cast their vote, so that whatever they want can be seen at the ballot rather than at the rumor. I want to also express a great gratitude and thanks to the security apparatus, the police force, right from the county to the constituency. I witnessed a thorough security apparatus. The police force was here in their numbers right from last night, and even when we went to pick the materials, they were still there in their numbers with their regalia. That we appreciate, because in an event like this, we definitely need peace, and we need everybody to come, have a chance to come and vote. I want to also express my utter disgust in the arrangement the ODM party has conducted this particular by-election. It is already shambolic. One, we did express our desire that if the polling stations are merged, let them also advertise or publish that the merged stations are covering which station. That never happened up to the time we are actually casting our vote. That means that most voters don't even know where they are going. We also expressed that because they have created new voting centers, we were supposed to know them in time, but we had also expressed our reservation that some of the voters don't even know where those particular locations are. But indeed, this morning, we witnessed a situation where some of those institutions have not been opened. Like in Mundin ACK, it was not opened. I remember there was even a challenge. As now, Umina had not received even their voting materials, and we are now talking about noon. While all these things were released very early, I personally witnessed the release. So if somebody tells me that there are certain stations that have not really received their voting papers, it's unfortunate. I'm also aware that some voters were being casted in Alego, in another home, and some were also being casted in Ugunja. This is very unfortunate, and I would want to really condemn and request our neighboring constituencies, please stay out of our own constituency. Keep off, because at the end of the day, if you subvert the right of the Ugunja people, yours will also come. The way you do it is the way you will be done. So that was very unfortunate, but all these were being done in the name of, because one candidate was not able to garner even a cattle deep votes. So the only way he could be assisted is to have all these shenanigans to come. So I think for me, ODM has not done a good thing. It is also unfortunate that this morning when we raised that where is the voter register, we were told, oh, we are just going to try to check if there's online, and we said now, how does the agent plus the rest of the people really know who has casted and who has not? Because you cannot go back and check from your online who has voted. So that's unfortunate. That was already another form of rigging, because as long as you cannot prove who has done it, then obviously it's a loophole. But we raised it, but they refused because they are already compromised. And that's very unfortunate. For me, I want to thank the voters that push these people who believe that every vote must always be rigged, to the wall, that they were not able now to see any success and could only resort to this kind of technique. So I really want to appreciate the voters of Ugunja that keep it up, because it can be hard now, but it will be better someday. So with those few remarks, I want to appreciate, but also appeal that because the polling centers are still open, as it was opened from 7, the voting will go until 3 o'clock. So it's not end yet. Let everybody who is still in their houses, in their markets, come and vote, so that by evening we can be able to get the numbers that were casted. Any number that's not casted here will not count. So I still appeal to my colleagues and
those have been sent to oversee this election, and we were able to be briefed, and we did a count of the number of polling boxes, the polling boxes, and the number of the polling books, the ones that every book has 200 names. So we had a count of that, and we got to know how many books are going to each station. After verification of this, I'm here again in Simero. I think last week I was in Nairobi complaining about why the people of Simero were denied a polling center, and were combined with Angala and Ugunja. After the petition I made last week, we were able to get this polling center, which is now covering Ugunja and Simero. Today, if you add the registered ODM members from Simero and Ugunja, we are 1,152. Each book having 200 pages. We were given 3 books initially. So this was noted by me being present at the station. We were able to petition and we added 3 more books. So at least everybody in Simero who is registered ODM member is able to vote. At least the people of Simero sitting here, we should clap. I'll give a name that have been denied because I'm a son of Simero. Then today I'm making sure that everybody who comes
from Gondo area,
everybody who comes to Simero is able to vote. So that is progress, and I want to appreciate the National Election Council so far because our complaints have been listened to and have been heard. Unfortunately, as we go into this morning, we have varied complaints that are coming from the ground. We have a situation where members are complaining about the registration. But basically, if you not change the place of registration, it's difficult to address the issue. But until a few minutes back, when I called the commission in charge of Sierra County, complaining about people registering and being able to vote. So today, right now, if you try to register, you will be stopped because you made a complaint. Ours now is to investigate how much was this, how much was this abused, because for Ugunja, where we have a by-election, nobody was supposed to become a new member. But then we had new members being registered as early as this morning. So because we have facts and we have real data of a Jubilee member registering and becoming a member and is voting right now, this becomes a serious issue. So we basically need to ascertain how much this will affect the final results of the election. We are monitoring everything that's happening across the constituency, and currently I think everything seems okay. We have a little bit of some noises in Umina, some noises in Nambira, Madungu as well, because we have 4 polling centers into one in Bugi. So we have a few issues that are going on there. But right now, we have not reached the final situation where we can be able to conclusively say our judgment on the process and what's happening. The fact is we are monitoring this thing, and the fact is we have a tallying centers team ZB, and we are reporting every incident as it happens. So basically, I think at around 3 p.m., the elections are supposed to start at 7 a.m. Unfortunately, by 7 a.m. we had not left Savannah for release to the different stations. So the request from the candidates is that if we start at 9, basically we're supposed to finish at around 5 p.m. because it was 7 to 3. So if we start at 9, it's supposed to be to 11 p.m. So at around 3, we keep monitoring and Teams will issue a press conference on how we're going. So far, in the legitimate voting that we can be able to verify, we are doing well as we expected to do. And we hope that by the end of the day, we'll be victorious.
Today, we've been lucky that as people of Ugunja, we are going to exercise our democratic right by electing a member of parliament. So today is actually an exercise where we are to nominate a candidate who will be the flag bearer, as we forge forward to the final day, that is the 7th of November, where now we shall have now the by-election in Ugunja. So there has been a long wait for people of Ugunja. You realize that as Ugunja, we've been not having a member of parliament for over 1 year, close to over 1 year now. So this is an opportunity for us to elect, to kick off the process of the nomination, which will lead us to the final, by-elections. So I want to take the opportunity to first of all thank my party, ODM, for really, giving us the opportunity. Those of us who paid, who went ahead and paid for the donation fee, that we now face the people and really ask them to elect any one of us. Secondly, I want to thank people of Ugunja who have exercised patience for that long. It's also important to really acknowledge them and applaud them for that. So this is the opportunity for them to exercise that right to nominate one of us to now face the final ballot, which will be conducted by the IBC in November, late November 27th. Yes.
So how is the exercise so far?
So far, so good. I'm actually very happy that this time round, unlike in the past, it has kicked off quite early enough. I remember the other time, the exercise kicked off at around midday. So this day, actually, I want to thank the team, the officers from the National Election Board, for moving with speed and having it kick off early enough. So also I'm very sure that with that kind of arrangement, we are going to have the exercise end smoothly and timely.
Yes, at Masamra we found out that some of your voters who are being turned away, they are missing in the list of ODM party. But here, we've just established they are registering and voting.